Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. If you can, just maybe do maybe a thumbs up in the chat so I can know that you hear my voice. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. If you can, great, 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 great. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Um, I want to welcome you to this special session. Um, College Hill Missionary Baptist Church Music Ministry. Here I am. Hello, everyone. Um, I have some notes here. I wanted to have everything on the screen, but I'm just going to read from my notes. And I hope you are having a great evening. So, first of all, for those of you who are on here who don't know me, let me just introduce myself. I'm Andrew Lewis. I'm the minister of music at College Hill Missionary Baptist Church, and I am glad to be here this evening to speak with you. For those of you who are a part of the music ministry, this session is really about our upcoming Women's Day workshop choir. So, yes, it's going to be a workshop. And I'm so happy to say that we have two great, great clinicians for this year. You know them, they've been here before. I won't say the names just yet. I'll leave that for the official announcement that's probably going to come next Sunday. But if you want to know, just call me later. But I think most of you know who our clinicians are. And this announcement is really not about announcing who the clinicians are, but this is really about some housekeeping things that I would like to put in place. I have Second Chronicles here on the screen for a reason because I want to encourage you to read this particular passage and read the entire book. But I want if you want to kind of know where my heart is right now, I want to start maybe around verse 14. This is where they rose up early in the morning, and um, you know the story. There were many different kingdoms getting ready to come against Jehoshaphat and his kingdom, and the prophet Jehaziel spoke to him and told him that the battle is not his, it's the Lord's. But where I want to dive into is where they rose up early in the morning and they sent the ones who were anointed to sing out ahead of the army, and they praised the Lord. And of course, you know the story. Um, they spent 3 days picking the riches off of the spoils because those who were coming against them really turned on one another. And so it's really with that foundation in place that I want to share a couple things about our upcoming Women's Day uh, workshop. I know everyone has a desire in their heart to sing, but let me say this with the greatest level of love that I can. Everyone is not called to sing. Um, that is, everyone has not been called to be a Levite in the choir. All right, let me just pause there for a second. You may want to sing, but maybe you have not been called to sing. Okay, and let me say from a preparation standpoint, when you are out of place, then it makes it difficult for everyone else around you. Now, there is a place for you, but it may not be in the choir. And I want to challenge each one of you to really search your hearts um, as we prepare for this upcoming Women's Day celebration. If you know that singing is really not your thing, don't come to the choir and make it challenging for everyone. Now, I'm saying that in love because this has been a challenge before. And I'm saying this based off of being in this thing called music ministry for a very long time. I have been studying music for 40 years. I'm still studying. I still practice every day as much as possible. And no one is good enough to just show up. You know, there has to be some preparation. But before the preparation, you got to know that you can do it. And for those of you who really want to do it, but you kind of confused of whether this is your ministry or not, don't come to the choir rehearsal and allow someone else to tell you. I want you to come to me. I don't want anyone in the entire College Hill music ministry to tell you that this is not your ministry. Let me tell you, because I'm going to sit down with you. We will go through some things. We will make certain that if this is not your ministry, that directive comes from me, the director of music, and not someone else. There will not be any he say, she say. You can say, well, Brother Andrew, he sat with me, he talked to me, he counseled me, and I understand that this is not my ministry. And that's fine, because if it's not your ministry, then there is a place for you. It's very important that we focus on quality and not quantity. I know we want to have large numbers, and that would be fantastic to have large numbers, but I would rather see us have the quality and not necessarily the numbers. We're interested in quantity, but what's most important right now is the quality. So again, if you think that you have been called to the music ministry, and I'm not talking about those of you who are already there. Many of you've been faithful. You know who you are, but we will have saints who come for this workshop who typically don't sing in the choir. And if you are concerned or have questions about whether or not music is your ministry, I'm simply saying, just come talk to me. Just come talk to me. I will share my information with you. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me just type my number. Let me type a number here in the chat. I'm pretty sure everyone has this number. I want you to call me so you and I we can talk. That's my number there if you don't have it. Yes, so I want you to reach out and call me. All right. So now let's talk about those Levites, in Second Chronicles chapter 20, the ones who were called to sing. They were anointed to sing. They were, first of all, they were willing to be called. And I'm saying that for a reason, because I'm going to get to something in just a moment. They were willing to be called. They were obedient to the call. It's very important. Obedience is better than sacrifice. They were obedient to the call. Now, there are some of you out there, now you know good and well, God has called you to the music ministry, but you have chosen, for whatever reason, to be a part of the pew ministry. Well, I'm calling you out. I want you, if you know deep in your heart that you have been called to this ministry, maybe you used to sing in the choir, and for whatever reason you got busy with other things, this is your time, ladies, to come back and be a part of this choir. Because when I tell you that the ladies, the two clinicians that are coming to be a blessing to us are a true blessing, they really, really are. They are consummate professionals. I have known both of them for many years, and they get my 1,000% support. They know what they're doing. I have been following both of them for years. And so come and be blessed. So get off of that pew and come be a part of the choir if you know that you have been called. Be obedient. Um, rise up early and work on your music. Once you get the music, don't wait until rehearsal to focus on your music. We have so many weeks to prepare for Women's Day. As a matter of fact, I will say this: rehearsals will start on the 7th, I believe. Let me just double check my notes here. Yes, rehearsals will begin on Monday, October the 7th at 6 p.m. That's Monday, October 7th at 6 p.m. Now, it would be a tragedy if on Monday, October the 7th, we have all of you to show up to be a part of the music ministry, the Women's Day workshop choir, and you come to that rehearsal, but for whatever reason, you missed all of the rest of the rehearsals, and then you come to the last one. I'm going to ask you to not do that. I need you to come to every single rehearsal. Do your level best to come to each scheduled rehearsal. We're gonna post the dates in the band app. So for those of you who are in the band app already, we will post those dates. And what I want you to do, I'm going to encourage you to put those dates in your calendar. Make those dates a priority. Every single Monday in the month of October at 6 p.m., we have the Women's Day workshop choir rehearsal with our two clinicians. And so I really need you to be there. Of course, there will be a rehearsal on that Saturday before. I need you to make that a priority. Okay, so come to rehearsal. Rehearsals are extremely important, extremely important. Listen to your music. Listen to your music. No one is good enough to not listen and prepare and just come and do it. As I said, I've been doing this for 40 years. I still practice every day. I practice all the time. And do I mess up? Yeah, I mess up all the time. I laugh at myself. It's fine. But I do practice. I listen to my music. I try my best to give God the best offering from me, you know. So it's important for you to listen. If you're confused about what you're listening to, this is when you want to reach out and ask for help. But don't get the music and not listen to it and then come to rehearsal, because you make it very difficult for our clinicians, and even, you know, after our clinicians are gone, you make it difficult for me. So let's not do that. I love you. Yes, I do. I love you. So I want you to listen to your music. And listen, be willing to be corrected. Let me let that sink. See, because we have to be teachable, including myself. Because listen, as much as I know, I don't know everything. And you all know, I mean, as my grandmother used to say, tell the truth and shame the devil. I will mess up some lyrics in a second. Sometimes I might play a wrong chord, or I may forget the part, you know, because we're human. So be willing to be corrected. All right. That's very, very important as we are going through the process of learning this new music. Be willing to be corrected. And listen, give the clinicians the freedom to teach it the way that they see fit. What you listen to is one thing, and what they're teaching you may be something slightly different. But be open to them. Be open to them so they can be like artists with a paintbrush. You can be like a piano or an organ, and they can make the music as God has given it to them. That's very important. And now here's one that I might get some write-ups on, but that's okay. You know, it's okay. I want you to be willing to be moved. I want you to let that sink in for a second. See, some of you have been sitting in some sections that you're not supposed to be in. All right. You might be sitting in the alto section, but you may need to go to the soprano section. Or you may be sitting in the tenor section, and you may need to go to the alto section, or you may be in the alto section and you might be a tenor. All right. Or you could be a bass. I don't know. But I want you to be willing to be moved. All right. Even in your own section, I want you to be willing to be moved. If our clinicians say, I would like for you to stand here, don't give them a hard time. Move, because what they're trying to do is get the best sound. All right. Because it's really, it's not about me, it's not about you, it's about the offering that we give back to God. See, when those who were anointed to sing in 2 Chronicles 20, when they went out and they sang praises to God. They were not murmuring. They were not stuck in what they thought was their seat. They went out. They were obedient to the call. So I need each one of you to do that for me, please. Well, don't do it for me. Do it for the Lord. Okay. Let's have a great Women's Day workshop 2024. And like I said, our clinicians that are coming are absolutely fantastic. So let me just review. Rehearsals are extremely important. I need for everyone to come to every single rehearsal. All right. It's not good, again, to come to 1 or 2 rehearsals and you come to the very last one. You need to come to all the rehearsals. It's just extremely important. Now, sometimes there will be circumstances beyond your control, confounds that you really can't plan for. You know, we understand those things, but please, 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 I am begging you, I'm admonishing you to, once you receive these dates, put all of the rehearsals on your calendar and make it a priority to attend those rehearsals. Make it a priority to listen to your music. I encourage you, if you have smartphones, if you have Android or if you have an iPhone, bring those devices to rehearsal and use your voice memo recorder and record the rehearsal so that you can go back and listen to the instruction throughout the week. So that way, from rehearsal number 1 to rehearsal number 2, you can have some progress, and that progress can be noted or recognized by the clinicians. Because what would be really sad is if you come to the first rehearsal and a lot of work is put in, then we come to the next week and we have to start over. That's not fair, because you didn't listen to your music or you didn't study. So I want to encourage you to study. Do like Paul says, study thyself. Y'all know the scripture, 2 Timothy 2:15. I know you laughing at me, but that's okay. I'm doing this live. All right. Study to show thyself approved, a workman that needed not be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. See, I know what it says, but my point is, I want you to study. I want you to study your music. I want you to be willing to be corrected. I want you to be willing to be moved. All right. This is going to be a fantastic Women's Day workshop choir. Again, the rehearsals start on the 7th, Monday, October the 7th at 6 p.m. at College Hill Missionary Baptist Church. I look forward to seeing you there. You have my number in the chat. If you're watching this video after it goes off, if you need my number, contact the church or contact someone that knows me. Get in touch with me if you're confused about whether or not this is your ministry. All right. I want to help you. Okay. And I promise you, I'm going to help you with love. And we're going to figure out, if this is your ministry. We can also, for those of you who are currently in the ministry and you're confused about whether or not you're supposed to be in your section or not. Now, sopranos, I'm not talking to you. I know you sometimes sopranos want to shift down to another section because you have some high parts sometimes. Now, I'm not saying that, but if you need some help to figure out where you need to be before these rehearsals start, talk to me. I'm here to help. I love you all. That's all I have to say for this evening. It is 6:20. I didn't want this to be long. I just wanted to share a few thoughts about the Women's Day workshop choir. And again, our clinicians, they are fantastic. And you're going to learn more about their names if you don't already know very soon. And that's all, you all. Read Second Chronicles chapter 20, and you all have a very, very blessed evening. And Andrew is